Good morning, guys. Welcome to an episode of New to Mythics Live.
Good morning.
Thank you guys for being here. I was just talking to Paul a second ago, and he said it's been about 2 months since I've done a New to Mythics Live. I got kind of burned out on doing the routine shows. Step back a little bit, even though Curtis chided me a little bit. You didn't really step back. You're still doing shows. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I love doing them. I just was doing too many, as I've been told a few times. But it's because I like to connect with my friends. I like to talk to my friends. I don't do this for attention. I do it because it's like hanging out with friends around the country. I'm like, we're like, it doesn't matter where we are. We're here and we can talk mythics and cosmics and just hang out. So that's what's going on.
If Curtis didn't like you, he wouldn't mess with you.
No, I know. He's always there to it's like a big brother thing, even though I think I'm older than him. He's always there to tease a little bit and give some hard truths and tough loves and all that. So I take it well. I get it. First I was like, F you, Curtis. But now I get him. So, he's one of my favorite people also.
Yes.
In this community, as are you guys. I appreciate you guys being back and saying yes to being here today. It was kind of short notice. I was not planning ahead of time of doing a live, but I was like, you know what? Let's just do a little, there's so much going on in mythics and cosmics. And I just thought it would be fun to do a live this morning. So that's where we are. A little bit of more news. I've got, speaking of doing shows, I've got 2 new shows.
Oh man, I'm burnt out.
I'm cutting back.
I'm not doing this anymore. But see, I'm stopping some shows or doing less shows, and I'm doing these. So, but these are once a month shows, so not quite the same. So Literary Legions, Jesse and I have talked about it a little bit, or I've talked with Jesse about it on Shooting the Shelf, is kind of a monthly gathering of people that are into writing, specifically fantasy. For this, we're going to come together like once a month, and I'll tape it, and it'll be an audio podcast on Spotify and iTunes, kind of like the Mythic Enablers. But we're going to share news of what we're writing, what we're working on, what we're inspired by, things that we're into, things that we write, things that we read, share book thoughts, like, hey, I'm reading this, what do you guys think, or have you read this, or suggestions like that. I thought it would be cool also to talk about the lore of Mythic Legions. Maybe we could have Jeremy on one time and he can I love when he does his readings. That's one of my favorite things. So maybe as the lore book comes out, maybe he can jump in and read some. But it's just something for people that are into writing. It's kind of like it helps us be creative, and we'll talk through ideas and thoughts and kind of inspire each other. Cloud Foxwell is also in our gang, and she said that, it would be good for her because, she's been wanting to write, but she just needs that motivation. So I think us saying, okay, Jesse, we're going to tape the show on August 15th, like not saying you need to have stuff ready, but let's talk about writing and let's talk about maybe stuff that you might be working on. So it kind of gives you, that little push or that little go to, start getting creative. And I think once we start taping those shows like once a month, it'll be good for us, to check on each other. And hey, how's that story going, Jesse? Jesse shared with me the figure that I think he brought it to the show on Shooting the Shelf. The figure that you worked on. I also have mine. Let me grab mine. Let me embiggen you, Jesse, if you want to talk about her for a second.
Well, this is one of them. This is the lead female protagonist in my story, Ava. This is like the 3rd version of her, I think, and I've done or at least second, or I guess 2.5. But I made her right before they announced the Rising Suns wave originally, and it was all on like 2.0
Gorgeous.
parts. She needed to be taller and bigger, and then they announced Neve, and I was like, well, shoot, there we go. I just got to wait for that figure to come in, and I can do it upright.
That looks great.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So be
build,
honest,
sir.
Greg. You're creating show premises specifically that Curtis can't take over. Is that? What
yes, that has been brought up. That's completely unintentional. This is my build. I've never shown it, but this is my build for my story.
Ooh, very nice.
This is Sir Henry Bell. And I had to kill like 3 figures just to build this guy. He's got Kern Ray legs. He's got ATL arms. I forget what the chest is. I had Joseph Connors build me this tabard and cape because, spoiler, his wife passes. And her tablecloth was Argyle. She was like Scottish. So Argyle was big for her. So he had... a tailor craft the inside liner of his cape as Argyle, her Argyle tablecloth. And so he carries her with him on his adventures and stuff. So this is Henry Bell. The story I'm writing is his story. And I'm also working on it with Mark Thomas. We've got a story that we're doing 2 different stories, but they're connected. Anyways, a lot of fun. It's just it's something I'm really looking forward to. And new to Mythic Caves I brought up I think on one of my last shows that I did. It's me and Brian Carr. We're going to go to people's homes, basically. Not really, but and kind of like, because I feel like people work really hard on their shelves. I think they're curated, and I've seen some really sweet displays, and so I thought it would be cool to do like a half an hour show, maybe once a month, and really showcase people's caves. So I don't want to call it man caves because that's too specific, but so I just thought new to Mythic Caves. It would be fun to see everybody's different ways that they display. So anyone that's interested on being on that show, let me know, hit me up, and we will definitely check out your display. So
I thought for a minute there you were just going to show up on somebody's porch like in the morning.
I'm here, Paul.
Come show us around your cave.
Did you
better
dust,
have
Paul?
a big check. You know the big checks they used to bring, like Public Clearinghouse. Bring one of those if you're going to show up.
I'll be
like Ed McMahon.
Yeah, I'll be showing up at your house, definitely. But
bring donuts. Don't just show up with empty-handed.
I'm excited about those shows, so I'm kind of proud of where they're going and the ideas. I'm one of those. I like ideas for shows, and then I kind of step away once they get going, I guess. Or I like to make shows because it's fun. I did a show called Band of Four a year ago, and I had a good time. Curtis called it boring, but I thought it was fun. But I just enjoyed, making different shows and just hanging out with friends. Anyways, let's say hi to the chat real quick, and then we'll get going. We've got Freaks. Good morning, Freaks. Good morning. We got Bill Veras. Good morning, sir. Got my coffee ready. Let's go. J Mac. How are you, Jay? Wish you could make it this weekend, Jay. I've got this weekend is KirbyCon. We're having a little Mythic meetup. We're calling it KirbyCon, but he hates that. If anyone in the Michigan or Ohio, I know it's kind of far. I asked Mike Casper if he could make it. He's like 5 hours, and he's like, "Nah, I can't make it." But if anyone is in the area, please come out. We're not doing anything big. We're meeting up at my buddy Gavin Willard's shop, Tardy's, at noon. Then we're having lunch at Pizza Ranch, and then we're going to go to Kirby's house for a little just hang out. We're having desserts, and we're going to have like a few sale tables and
cool.
Just hang out. Corey Shortenshofer is going to bring some heads, and I've got some stuff to sell, and it'll be fun. Just a little meetup thing. So, anyways,
I'm seeing pictures of that after the fact with Kirby kind of holding court in his easy chair and everybody hanging out in his living room.
Yes, we've been doing it for a while now, and it's so much fun. He's such a lovable, friendly guy, and we just thought we would try to make it a little bit bigger for more people. But I haven't gotten a lot of. Everybody seems kind of busy, so I think we've only got about 20 or 30 people so far that are going to be able to make it. But everyone in the area,
Kirby's living room ought to be all right.
Right. Everyone is invited. So anyone that's in the area, William Houston said he will be there. So I'm excited about gentleman William Houston going to be there. We got my buddy Chad, Fog and Fantasy. I need this. Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Good morning, sir. Thank you for being here. Good morning, gang. Hope this Sunday finds you all well. I am well. I'm with some friends now. I'm good. We got Mark, my buddy Mark, Mr. C. We got Curtis in the house. Morning, all. Larry. Good morning, Larry. I was on Larry's show last night, hanging out with him and his lovely wife, Trish, or girlfriend. I'm sorry. That was a good time. We were talking Godzilla. That was fun. We got Jen, Lucky Sprinkles. Good morning. Second cup. JD Gibson, good morning. JD, tell your wife, Danelle, I said hello. That's why I enjoy all these streams, to hang out with everyone at the same time. That's how I feel. Like it's not about the show per se. It's about us just hanging out and talking something that we all have in common. Good morning to all. It's rare I'm able to catch the show while it's live. We'll definitely enjoy with some. Hey, what's up, Luke? How you doing, man? My phone just told me there's something going on. William, lots going on in San. Man, I've been assaulted with all these reveals and things I can't afford. Holy crap. We got Twizzler. What's up, man? Curtis Reads is out now. That's right. Him and Buddy are reading some stories.
The dog's reading to him.
Yes. Yeah, Buddy is.
Since he can't read.
Right. Love that great work, guys. Thank you. Yeah, that was an awesome build, Jesse. That was super cool, man. Knock, knock. Who's there? It's me. Mythic Legion's anthology like Warhammer's Black Library would be awesome. Yeah, I like our stories will be like adjacent. You know, I've got orcs and goblins and stuff like that, but it's not actually in Mythos. I don't want to.
Oh, you meant the other one, didn't you?
Yes, the orc lady.
Yeah,
that's the one I've seen. But I remember you showing the other one before too on your show.
She's specifically going to be a Mythos set character.
Beautiful. I love that head. Where did that head come from?
Dusk Till Dawn, the head and the torso.
Okay, beautiful. Definitely need some more lady orcs in the line.
Yes.
I'm glad you aren't going into caves. Those are creepy and scary. I agree. I'm not into. I do like creepy and scary, but not when I'm involved personally. Paul Morales, hello everybody.
Are you going to keep your figure that you built the way it is? You're going to pop it back that you said you wrecked 3 figures.
No, I love the figure, so I'm keeping it. So I've got Kern Ray parts and ATL parts, and what was the other? Red Knight, Armory Knight. Yeah, they're in parts now. Paul Morales, hello everybody. I'll have a lot of dusting to do beforehand. Yeah, me too. My shelves are. I'm gonna do my cave first, and then we'll do Brian's, which is far superior than mine.
Curated.
Yes, his is a beautiful. He has his whole basement is his collection, and it is stunning. Good morning, Heinrich. 3-hour drive for me. That's a ways, man. I don't think it's. I hate to say it's not worth it because I mean it will be fun, but I don't want you to get here and be disappointed if it's. You may have to encourage people to show their displays. It never seems they're finished. I get that. It's not like a judgmental. It's just sharing what you love. You know, like my room is tiny. It's literally like a 10 by 10 tiny, and I have it crammed with a lot of stuff in here. So
it's like a jail cell, 10 by 10.
Yes, it literally is. Yeah, I got these two recliners, and that's literally the only furniture in here. Just
Got
so
a
I
metal
can
toilet right next to him.
Yes, metal
Right.
toilet. I got the tin cup.
A shiv.
Yeah, I got. Oh yeah, of course. You know,
In case there's a fight.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we watch a lot of movies, obviously. Morning, all working right now, but wanted to stop in to say what's up. Hey, Omar, sorry you're working, buddy. That stinks. Danelle says hello, Danelle. She came and hugged me right off the bat, and I'm like, you don't know me very well, but I appreciate that very much. I am a hugger, and I appreciated that, Danelle. Small crew today. Yeah, I figured let's just do like a low key, you know, just a couple of us. Sometimes the bigger crowd gets a little unruly, you know, Paul gets a little rowdy. So I figured I would do a small, an intimate collectible spelunking. That is a great name. Also,
Shelf diving.
Head Cannoneer, thank you for being here, buddy. I know you're got some sad you know, things going on. So I appreciate you being here this morning, buddy. I've got a screenplay to rewrite. Started back in 2018, then left it alone for a while. Made character drill at 92. Yes, I've done that too. I have a story that I wrote like 10 years ago, and I really love the story, but I think I could do better. So I'm going to go back and do a little bit of rewriting. That's the thing with being creative is like, when is it done? You know, like sometimes you have to just like walk away. And I think Rick and you and I talked about that too, about, you know, working on something and eventually it's like, you know, when it's around you, you know what, I think I can fix that. And sometimes that's good. And sometimes it's, it could be an error, you know, like George Lucas, you know, like,
I was just going to say,
I'll definitely pull a George Lucas on old things that I've painted and say like, you know what, I could add a little more dry brush here. I could you know, tweak this or that. And like, sometimes it doesn't go well.
Right. Yeah. It's like we were talking about yesterday, Rick, about happy mistakes. Sometimes it comes out well and you're like, oh, this looks good. I'm going to leave it alone. And then my friend Chris Ferrone sent me a brazier, like a dwarf brazier. And I painted it like stone. I've never painted it to look like weathered stone before. And I think it came out good. And then I was looking at it the other day and I'm like, I totally missed a spot right there. So now I got to go back and I hope I don't screw it up because I don't have to.
I've done that with figures where, you know, I've painted a head with like the 3x magnifiers or whatever. And then you put on the 4x and all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's all these extra things I can see now and fix up. So, yeah.
I was doing that. I was using my Curtis brushes last weekend and I painted the blue Kaipacha, the Papa Smurf head, I thought it came out pretty good. I had the magnifying things on, and my wife looked at me and she's like, "You're such a nerd." She didn't say it, but I could see with her eyes, with my magnifying and the light and stuff. She's looking at me like, "You're overboard, man."
And with the magnifiers, it was really clear.
Yeah, I could see her eyes, but she's like, "You're just too extra." Right
Are you using the heaviest magnification then when you're doing the?
I was, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that took a while for me to get used to those. I kind of had to baby step it from like the lower magnifications on up because you have to hold it so close to your face. It seems like, or I do at least for like the 4x, that it just doesn't feel natural, and so I'll notice that it's starting to get out of focus because my muscle memory is like going to a more natural position. And then I realize it takes me a second to catch up to like, wait a minute, I can't actually see what I'm painting very well. And then I got to pull it back into focus. And so I try to paint on like, I'll do a face on like 3x and switch to the 4x just for the eyes nowadays. So
it helps though. It helps you. Cause like, I was working on his mustache and there was some, hey Clouds, there was, little spots that I had missed because the original beard of the Papa Smurf, I hate to call it that, but it's white. So I did mine like a dark gray. And so I could see a bunch of little white.
Or I'll miss like the little bits right by the nostrils or whatever, that kind of thing. But it's like, once you get it looking good at 4x, like with your naked eye.
Right, then you're good. Yeah, you're good. But like, I think that magnification, it helps you also kind of see the detail of how well these things are painted too.
Yeah.
Like on that, back to that same head sculpt, like there's just a little bit of upper lip underneath the mustache that they get under and they paint. And I'm like, how the heck did they, so I'm like trying to get under there, that little spot under his, under his mustache. I'm like, geez, these guys are, I would love to watch them do that. Like at, like in the factory. I know that Chris has a bunch of videos, but I would love to see them actually do some of that. That would be cool.
Even if they I can understand if they don't want to spread that around, and put it on YouTube and whatnot. But it would be great if they would incorporate some of that into Intern at least, and have because that was the one thing, because I've done Intern twice and it's awesome, but I feel like it'd be nice to see more of the production process. Yes, we see the photography.
That's a really good idea.
The actual building of the figures is something that's a little bit of a blind spot for us. And I understand that they're trying to maybe keep some of that proprietary, but
right.
If they shared it at Intern, that might not be the worst thing.
That's a really good idea. That is a really good idea. I'd like to get intimate with you sometime. I agree. Me too, buddy. Absolutely. Especially our toes.
Stay in your lane, Curtis.
Our toes like to come together every once in a while. TJ says, I just pulled out the ages of a graphic novel I stepped away from years ago. Yeah, man, go back to it, dude. Pages. Yeah, go back to it. Definitely.
Pounds, baby. Pounds.
Never too late. Freaking hell. An origin story of my character. I'm down for that. Knowing when to stop is the hardest part, for real. Yeah, if you keep it around, that's why some people give away their stuff or sell it or something. I'm not sure. Martin, good morning, guys. The mustache pulls out Schmur because the mustache pulls out the paint that part first, and then okay, I didn't know you would know that. I did not know.
Right?
I did not know that.
I knew
that
some
Dubon,
of them did.
Is that the Dubon head?
Yeah, it's the Dubon head.
Okay.
I did not know, and
I'm not watching
try to watch your
bigger reviews.
Yeah, the exploded reviews. I did not know. Morning, my friend. What's up, James Samudio? I want a documentary. Yes, I totally agree. I want a documentary of the whole process. We're painting a Dubon as we speak. I need one of them fancy magnifiers. Go to Amazon. Yeah, Amazon. They've got, it's like you wear it instead of your glasses, and then it's got like multiple lenses that you can flip up and down, and there's a little light on it. If you can't find one, let me know. I could send you a link to the one that I got.
Oh, do you have all the lenses are built in on yours?
That's exactly the one I have right there. Yeah, that's the one I have.
Okay.
There's multiple lenses. You can put different lenses in there.
Yeah, that's
got a light on it.
So it's like it was like $20 or something. It was super cheap.
I like the flip up vibe. Mine don't flip up, but it's always a bit of a hassle trying to get more paint out of the paint pot or whatever.
Right? Yeah, you're like, where is it? You're trying to yeah, these
the newer ones actually recharge, so you don't have to put batteries. They hook up to like a USB cable.
Yeah.
Nice. I got lucky and selected for Intern. Nice, congrats, man! I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going to, and I'm super excited to. To see that.
Not to mention getting to do presumably armory at the Intern. That really frees up your Saturday morning at the show.
It's a huge bonus. Absolutely, I think they limit, because last year I was there and they limited your builds. I think you could only do two at Intern. The year before it was kind of looser, where you could do a few more. They weren't really strictly keeping track of the armory nights.
But they also didn't run out of parts the first year.
Right.
So last year,
one of these days I'll get picked for Intern.
You will, buddy.
If anybody's looking for a +1, hit me up.
Absolutely. I can't use headgear. I like the magnifier on the arm. Yeah, that's easy too. There's nothing wrong with that. The biggest change is the fact I've learned my character is more of a non-verbal animal-like individual in the screenplay I wrote, and has a lot restored to. Yeah, as you get older, your personality changes a little bit. Things you like or didn't like, and you see things differently too as you get older. I think a little bit wiser. I have the recharging ones. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have those. Mine, I think it's just battery operated, but the light isn't the brightest. Yeah, the one that mine of Paul, it's a pretty decent LED, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They can communicate without speaking while keeping. I mean, he can
You
do
can
with his
you
eyes.
can adjust that light too, the angle of it where it shines.
Yeah, it's got a little
kind of
pivot
flips
thing
up
on it.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. All right. So lots of news. We got a picture, and you guys have all seen everything I'm showing, I'm sure already. But Chris hugging this beautiful, gorgeous dragon. Jeremy did say again that the dragon is on its way, not on its way, but should be here by the end of the year, or expected towards the end of the year.
That's wild. To get that and RPG like right around the same time.
I know it's gonna be like Christmas for us, man.
For sure.
Yeah. RPG Dragon, and then is it Reign of Beasts? Which one is the one that's
the next
towards the end of year? Yeah, that's the next big. But I'm like, I mean, so much good stuff. But
should we be getting the graveyard skeleton soon?
Graveyard. Yeah, I need to
right
see
around
like
Halloween, right?
an updated list of like what's coming next. Not that I'm need anything right now. I'm pretty happy with Ashes, which we're going to go into. But look at the detail on that dragon. Just those scales are just so insane.
You coming down to pick up your dragon, Greg?
I'm getting it through Brett Stoddard.com, so I'm not sure what he set up. I think he is picking them up, but he bought like 9, and so
he's got all kinds of time. He can come down.
I jumped in on that train. I'm like, hey, if you want to sell one, and he's like, sure, buddy.
He's retired, so he could do that.
So he sold me one. What's funny is this picture. The day this picture came out, I was at a shop called Sergeant Red's. It's near Detroit. And there was a couple guys that were there just for Ashes. I drove out there for some Ashes for me and some friends. And I was talking to the guys about the dragon. And one of the guys is like, I worry about the dragon because it's so big. And I worry that like the wings are not going to be able to be supported in the body. And I'm like, look at this picture. You could tell, like, if you look at that socket and how like it's inset and like basically drilled in, it looks like there's 4 screws there. Like, I feel like they're really putting a lot of time and effort and energy into making sure that everything is not going to sag, that it's going to be able to get those poses and stuff.
That's been the whisper, right? Is that they're having problems with the engineering for the wings, so that's what's holding it up some.
I haven't heard that. I did not hear that. Is that you heard that? Okay.
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, and I think Chris is such a perfectionist, when it comes to things, that I think, he's there making sure and checking on it and see like all these different wings and stuff. I could see him, checking on it and making sure that it's going to be as perfect as we hope it to be.
I mean, there's a lot riding on this too. I mean, in terms of, this being sort of the culmination of our however many years of collecting this line, the fact that like confidence in this is going to be what sells the next pillar or the next large thing. Like they definitely, they'll take the time to stick the landing on this to ensure that it like creates that fan confidence.
I totally agree. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think most of us that are not new to this line, we've all been taught patience. We've all learned that when it's ready, when it's time is when we'll get it. Not, like if they say releasing in December, we're hoping for December. It's like, okay, if it's in December, that's great, but it could be June before we get it. It is what it is, like it's in the works and it'll get here when it gets here.
I'd rather wait longer for this to come out to make sure they work out. Like,
yes,
because this isn't something, I mean, not that they won't, but like, this isn't like a $35, $45, $50 figure where, you got a loose joint, or a part's missing, you can just message customer service and they'll like, they've got to try to knock as much of the QC out. I mean, I'm sure they always do, but like something this big, this complicated, it's got to be like ready to go on
Right.
delivery. You know, I think is as big of a price point and the
Right.
hype around it. And I see them putting that effort into it. So if it takes an extra 6 months, I would rather wait 6 months for it to be right than to get it early and see people crying about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the click on the left side isn't as crisp as the click on the right side, or some silly thing like that, you know.
And I see people being critical over a $40 figure. I mean, imagine people being critical over a $500 figure. It's, you know, it's going to be even more insane. I love this. It's kind of a cool non-wing option, but that'd be cool if they had plugs that you could plug in where the wings go, and it would be kind of like how they have with a Rakagor, like the little plugs that can plug in. That would be kind of cool.
He lost the wing in battle, too.
There you go. Actually, be pretty
like
cool
a half a wing.
plugins. Yeah,
I'd be down for a Drake.
There you go.
Case.
And going back to the the patience thing, it's like
Big G.
More so now than ever, there is no shortage of things for the Horsemen to start shipping to us. Like it, just because one thing is a little bit late, we're back to back on things lately. So
that's the upside of being a fan and being a steady consumer, is that we always have stuff, like you said, coming. It's when you first start, it's like, geez, I got to wait 2 years for, I got to wait a year for this. Yeah, you do. But in the meantime, there's, in stock sales, there's figure obscuras, there's a bunch of different things that you can jump onto. And until that beautiful, wave is released. And what's better, guys, than like getting that shipping announcement that the wave that you've been waiting for is on its way to your house? Like, that's just, it's almost surreal.
And then having to look up what is it that I ordered from this wave?
Right. What did I do that? I'm like, what did I get? What did I order? And then I'm like, okay, I only ordered, I didn't order Shui. Like, what's my problem? What was I thinking?
2 years past me doesn't always know what today me is going to want, unfortunately. But I did have the foresight to order like 3 Kaipacha, so I'm glad to glad that happened. But
yeah, this wave is really special in that it almost seems like a lot of people decided to not order a lot, or maybe even pass it, and then they realized, holy crap, this wave is actually kind of cool. I wish I had. So now it's kind of like a scramble to get that stuff, I think once we because I think everyone's got their orders already of their Ashes stuff, so now what's out there is what's out there. So we might see but I think the 4 Horsemen, I don't know how many shows they have left, but until Legion's Con, but I mean, we should see some Ashes stuff on the table there. But other than, and I know that a lot of the authorized retailers, their stuff is already gone because people are scrambling to to pick up the stuff that they didn't order.
I will say that BBTS surprisingly converted Kaipacha and a Goblins 2-pack for me from a wait list to a pre-order. So
how long ago did you do that?
The day that the wait list dropped. Like, I just happened
I got Goblins.
Like, oh, they have wait
lists. I got Goblins on a wait list.
I just sort of instinctively added it, and they converted within a week and a half or something. So.
Curtis, you still don't have your Ashes, bro.
You're the last one, Curtis.
Literally.
You must have pissed somebody off there.
He pissed Greg off on shooting the show last week.
Yeah.
Whoever else.
I could see there's a dusty box. We're gonna see it at Intern. We're gonna. Hey, is that Curtis's box right there?
The only thing they have on their schedule besides stuff going on, like overseas, is Motu Fest in September before Legion's Con on the website as of now.
I'm gonna try and go to that.
If you want that Templar skeleton, you might go to that.
Yeah, but but with Ashes, it's like that's going to be one of the only places now to get is from the Horsemen and their stock that but who knows how much they ordered. I mean, they could have only ordered as much as what seemed like because it didn't seem like it was a super wanted or desired wave for some reason. Sorry, Jesse, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Jeremy has said for the last couple of years that they're ordering less for like warehouse inventory for stuff. Now maybe that's going to change now they're in a new warehouse and they have more space and they can do what they want and they're not sharing. But the next couple waves are, I mean, that's why he's always encouraging people to do the pre-order, because I know Schmerb, you and Paul, Rick, you guys, we get to a couple shows a year, especially East Coast area. It's easy to get to some, but it doesn't mean they're always going to have stuff like Anthrophiles. Right. I haven't seen him on the Horseman table at any shows that I've been to.
Yeah, and even with expanded, warehouse space, there's still the All Stars 5 effect where they have, Dubon and Xylurian guards still in stock. So I'm sure that they don't want to have, just figure sitting that they have to then put on sale.
And I get that. But I think though these days, and that's two things. So when I was an intern last year, I was in their warehouse area and they had, and Greg can probably attest this, they had probably 9 boxes of Boreas and just like cases of Boreas. So I get they don't want a ton of extra, but also we have a lot of new fans. So, I think that the newer stuff is going to be more digested by the newer fans too. So when the stuff comes out, it's gone. And I think the newer fans are realizing like Sir Enoch's gone. I'm noticing Scapular version 2 is gone. Like it's not, people are bought up that figure and it was super popular. So like you're not going to see him. Same thing with Revenant. Like once it's there and gone, then it's gone. And people are realizing that now that
I think Boreas in that wave, that was the first wave that broke the trend of just order anything and you can double your money on it. I think a lot of collectors were buying with that in mind at the time, or flippers or what have you, where I'm going to buy a case of Boreas because Balius is selling for $130 or whatever it was at the time. And I think that's when the order volumes eclipsed the the flippability and all that. And it's kind of been in a flip-flop scenario ever since. I mean, we saw Enoch flew off the shelves, making me irrationally stockpile these like now.
I'm the same.
I got 2
Enoch and Enoch, Revenant, Scapular. If you have those, I mean, those are gold bars. Hang on to those.
Revenant was honestly
fodder.
It's a cool figure, but I didn't expect it to still be selling for 100 plus, immediately after Legion's Con, and then it just never stopped. Like it was
because it sold out at Legion's Con. That's the only figure that did. I was standing at the table and they're like, "That's it, we're done. We don't have any more."
They were flying.
Which one was that?
Revenant.
The Revenant.
But they didn't really have any limits either, so people were just buying up, whatever they wanted. Vatiri was like,
I mean, they've always lifted them. I think that's what I recall.
I hear more people saying that they don't want to tie up money for 2 years, and I get that. They don't want to pre-order and have their money hold up for 2 years.
I mean, it was a Jessica.
I mean, your money's not held up. Like I get what you're saying, but like you made a purchase. You made a purchase knowing the delivery date was down the road. That's not tied up. You've spent that money.
Yeah.
That's why if you're a collector, if you're a fan and you don't want to miss out on stuff, they give you almost a month or more pre-order time to get the best pricing from them directly. And then there's all the retailers that have about a month of a open pre-order window that you can get in before they close their limits.
Right.
So if you have a retailer you can order from, you'll pay a little more, and most of the retailers don't charge a deposit, or if they do, it's a minimal deposit.
Right, like $5 or something.
If you are an established collector, when the wave is announced, other than like life situation problems with stuff happens and that sucks, we have no excuse to not get in on pre-ordering a wave, whether it's through the Store Horseman or through an approved retailer, and you know, I mean, if you do it through an approved retailer, you usually don't have to pay till it comes in.
Right.
Oh, I don't want to be surprised. Well, you've got 18 months to 2 years to squirrel money away for that purchase when it comes in.
Right.
Like there's way. So if you're a fan and you're a collector, you don't want to miss out on stuff. There's no excuse for missing it, unless it's like I said,
the RPG
some sort of life event.
Yeah, the RPG wave and the reinforcements wave, though, like they've made a pretty compelling argument for retailers, you know, being that they're like 35 instead of 30 or whatever. Like that starts to feel like, oh, yeah, maybe I'll pay the extra $5 to keep my money in my pocket for the next year and a half or whatever it is. But I do think there was a really smart decision on probably Jeremy's part to align the show exclusive price with the standard price after the fact to abate, you know, folks just saying, I don't really need that head. I'll wait for the standard and pay less or whatever. Like they did a good job of sort of creating the drive to like, yeah, it makes sense for me to get this exclusive because I get extra things and I pay the same price.
Yeah, I'm with you. And like I agree with Jesse, like pre-order, you know, I like to buy as much as I can from the Horseman. That way it's paid off. They've got the you know, where you can make payments. I think it's a firm, the shop thing. I think it's a firm where I can make payments on the which is dangerous for me because I get these $200 monthly, but and then what I'll do some of that, and then I'll do some of Big Bad Toy Store. There's also, you know, Empire, Articulated Empire, Sven, Guerrera. There's a lot of the smaller. So I'll reach out to them like, hey, you know, I got an extra Shui from Sven. I got an Urzog from Articulated Empire. So it's nice to kind of, you know, I could use one more. Or this figure seems hot. Let me you know, grab another one of those while I still can. So I think there's a lot of that, like, because you realize it's going to be gone, you kind of, you know, want to tuck one or two of those in your little your bins or your little, you know, cabinets of you know, and I don't know if that even makes sense. You know, I don't know if we're just being, you know,
probably that one or two has turned into like 30 for me, you know, and I'm sure other people have 50 to 80 to 100, and I don't know. Rarely do I pull them out, and you know, with the intent, like, oh, I need this belt from this guy. I'm gonna open this figure that's going for $90 now to get his belt.
Right.
Like, you know, once the price starts going up, now it feels less like fodder, and first.
But it's good for trading. Like, you know, if someone did like, hey, I'll trade an Enoch for a Revenant, or you know, a Scapular for a, you know, it's good. It's a good way to get that figure that, you know, you might want or something. I saw how Seal was trading a Barbarian for a Kaipacha. So I'm like, that's, you know, but this is crazy. Like this wave, I think, has shot up like the value, I think, because it's not really available anywhere other than maybe, you know, maybe a few retailers might have it. Big Bad Toy Store, everything's waitlisted. So if you're still trying to find stuff from Ashes, you know, try the wait list and hopefully it'll materialize. But I feel like the values of these figures, the Ashes has specifically gone up. You know, like I see people selling their you know, Kaipachas for $80 or something, you know.
I will say that like when BBTS introduced that waitlist option, it kind of like I was a little bit deflated because I kind of like the thrill, the hunt of like watching for the dropped pre-orders and snagging them and all that kind of stuff. And so now what's going to happen is folks are going to waitlist things that they're not sure that they want, and then they're going to get waitlisted into their pile of loot, and then they're going to sit on it for a little while, and then they're going to cancel it. It's going to waitlist. So you're going to see things getting waitlisted down the road for the next year probably on some of this stuff as they.
Well, I was checking that out, and like Revenant, Sir Valgard, the Nymph, all the exclusives are waitlisted. I mean, some of them I think may be sold out, but
I think literally everything has a waitlist option. So just because something has it doesn't mean it's ever coming back. It just means that it's not in stock. So,
and I think that's why they have like a limited pile of loot. So your pile of loot can only stay in your thing for so long, and then they'll automatically ship it or give you store credit, so that, you know, if you're just sitting or if you died, and you've got 10 revenants in your pile of loot, send those to Schmervs because I'm on a wait list for one.
The other thing it's going to mitigate for BBTS is the folks that, and I've not done this before, but I presumably you can do it, is like you can let something sit in your pile of loot for 89 days and then you can cancel it, goes back up, and then you can buy it again with the store credit that they just gave you and cycle another 90 days of it sitting in the pile of loot. And now if you do that, it's going to the next guy on the wait list pile. Mm-hmm. So they're BBTS they do a good job at implementing all these technologies to kind of make it work.
And it seemed like it all went to wait list. Like it wasn't like in stock. It wasn't pre-order sold out. It went to all wait list on the Ashes. So we don't really know, it's kind of a waiting game to see. I was lucky to get a Sir Elijah last week. That's a really good deal. Yeah. Heinrich says forecasting is tough. I agree. Curtis says, just listen to me. Curtis knows. Curtis is the all-knowing.
I think Curtis bought 24 Enochs though at pre-order though. So
pre-order gift pass you bought current for. Yeah, I totally agree on this.
What do you mean by forecasting?
Like trying to see what's going to be the hot figure, what's going to be maybe, and that's my interpretation of what he's saying. But like trying to forecast.
My perspective would be don't try, just buy what you like and can afford.
Buy what you like.
Yeah, if you like it, like I saw Kai Pacha and I'm like, this figure is going to be super hot. I could tell just by how cool he is and how kind of universally roguish.
Yeah, there you go.
What you got? What kind of head you got on there, Paul? That's pretty cool.
A little custom there. Like a couple of years ago, I popped on there. Little Blackbeard deal.
I dig it, man.
I think I'm going to paint his arms and legs gray or black, except for the brown though.
Go ahead, Jesse. Sorry.
That's the thing. If you want to forecast, if it's black and red, or dark gunmetal, it's going to be popular.
Certain colors people are attracted to.
If it's detailed, those are the things. I mean, they're good for customizers because you don't have to worry about joints. Mm-hmm. So customizers are going to order that stuff. Plus, like if you look at the track record of the most popular stuff, a lot of them are those like darker, grittier things, which isn't what Mythos is, but that's what a lot of people like. Like, I'm not saying anything against Dark Souls or anything, but like those darker toned figures, like Revenant's a great figure, but like I agree with Curtis in some ways that it is a pretty basic as far as like color scheme, but it does look cool and it's easy to turn into other things. But people want a whole shelf of like Dark Evil Knights. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps that it has a second torso and extra pauldrons and the waist pieces and all that stuff too. Like it definitely gives yeah.
But just like people who aren't customizers, or if they just want like the base figure, like if it's darker tones and like that's going to be a popular figure usually.
Gunmetal Armory Knight was going for $90 to $100 for a while there too, and that's arguably a lot plainer than Revenant.
So is that like customizers kind of realizing that this is a valuable figure as opposed to the red Armory Knight, like not being as desirable, or is it?
I love the red
color. I do too, but is it the color that makes it a better, or it's more a better base figure to make a custom with? Maybe.
I think people just like the idea of a shadowy dark knight. I just think that trope is just very, very popular. The Elven Ring stuff, all that was kind of begins with a dirty base knight armor.
Well, and it all goes back to, I mean, if you think about it, it all goes back to the original Snake Eyes figure. I mean, not all, but like you can look back there.
That's
it was all reused parts, I think, except for the head, and they wanted to make him, like a cheaper figure in the wave, so he was just all black, and like all black suit Spider-Man.
It worked on me. I mean, those things worked on me too. I'm very easy to so and we could have a whole show on values and stuff like that. I like what TJ said. I started to think about the value of my unopened Revenant. Then I had to open it, immediately remind myself that I bought it because I wanted it, not as an investment. And that's the thing too. It's like when I buy extras, it's not like, oh, I can sell this for $100, because I'm not in this toy line to make money. Like I collect it because I love it, And for the Revenant, like I was on the late train. I thought, I mean, it'll be around. It's cool. I don't need to buy it at Legion's Con. And then I regretted it. And then I got one. I'm like, holy crap. So then I got a couple more. But I'm one of those weirdos that I'll open them and have them like peppered throughout my shelves. Like I've got one here, I've got one over there. And it's just, if you love a figure, I buy multiples because I just love that figure. I don't know what it is. It's just a weird, but yeah, it's. I think when you start collecting for investments, it kind of robs the fun from collecting.
Not only that, but there's just better ways to make money.
Yes, right.
Like
Yeah, it seems like a lot of
investing.
effort.
Yeah.
Paul, I like your shirt.
Yeah, you want some free forecasting, but buy a bunch. Buy the monster Legion's Con exclusive this year, the Urzok armor version of the Revenant or whatever. That's going to be equally as popular as the Revenant because you're going to be able to build an evil chaos style knight out of that as well. So
everybody go rewrite their will to bequeath their clay. Yes, please. I will take that. Bury me with all the mythics. Yeah, I agree. Rick, you just did some forecasting right there. I think, and not to be negative about that. The two exclusives, the help me. It's the shadow, not the shadow elf, the elf and the Dragger herd. The ghost
drummer bird or whatever.
Yeah, like I know one good friend that was kind of disappointed that they did the same color scheme and they're like loosely connected to the Revenant. I think it's great, but do you think that it's like a money decision? Like let's like the Revenant was super popular, so let's kind of
if it's sold out,
Revenant Part 2, which I'm fine with because I love the Revenant. So this Draga herd, I think I'm all for it. Go ahead, Jesse.
I mean, convention exclusives are money decisions. Like they try to give us the coolest lore and connection for it, but they have said on their shows the exclusives pay for the show.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind that they're hamstrung by like not being able to introduce a lot of new parts to the library. So like they're already at a disadvantage in terms of like we have to use mostly what we have. I wouldn't begrudge them selling things that they know are proven entities.
Yeah, and he said even when he was introducing the two new exclusives that the Revenant was, I guess, the highest or the best-selling mythic figure ever or something. I think he said. Did he? Does that sound familiar? That he said something like that? Which is
why wouldn't you go back to the well?
Why not? And like I don't see anything negative with that, other than if somebody was like, "Damn it, I really don't want that drab gray," but I love it. I think that aesthetic is really cool. But I could see people, but they give you the Camelot figures too, so. You get something definitely more colorful if you don't like and I think the Dragger herd, and I'm probably saying it wrong, and I apologize.
No, that sounds pretty good.
I think that figure is gonna cook because I was slow to appreciate Urzok. Now I have a couple, but I'm like, this Urzok is very similar to the Revenant. I think he's got kind of that kind of beefy, chunky, dark grayish, metal and cool belts and just I don't know. It's just a cool figure. I popped off the Orchid and flung it and put a Revenant helmet on him, and that figure is fire.
I honestly kind of would like to hear from Eric Treadaway about the seemingly short arms and short leg. I think the legs are short, honestly, too, because I just put a white gladiator body Varg head onto some Urzok legs, and he stands a little shorter than like Dubon next to him, and then you combine that with the stubby gauntlets or whatever, and overall it just kind of takes on just a slightly less imposing look than you'd think it should. And I'm just curious, like, did he know that? I mean, they must have known. They've done enough of these that like the arms were a little shorter. I'm curious how that played out.
Yeah, like what was the decision to make them just a little bit shorter. And the people that have the OCD or the nitpicky thing where it's like this arm is too short, and that didn't bother me, but I didn't care. But,
To that I say, pose your figure.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yes.
bother. I'm not going to say it quote unquote bothers me. Definitely, it's just.
Sorry, I'm not attacking you, Rick.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, and Billy Beige helped me out, so I'm good.
Absolutely.
I actually thought about using the Broder. I haven't gotten the Broder leg extenders yet, but I thought about trying those on the Urzak legs to see if they kind of bring it to scale.
So Di says, I thought if you added an item to waitlist as soon as it becomes available and it's your turn, that you're automatically processed and charged. I guess that's incorrect.
It's correct, but it puts it into your pile of loot, so you still technically could cancel it from there if you wanted to.
Right.
Within 9
so
days.
it will try to charge you. I had a friend, I think Benny was saying, he's like, I just use a credit card that's maxed out, and I put that as my for my pile of loot card. And so that way, because what's worse when you're, I've got $50, I'm going to the movies, and then my Operation Monster Force just processed, and now I have no money.
I'll tell you what's worth is having a credit card that's maxed out 365 days a year that you could use for things like this. That's
right.
Worth.
Wait, what's Operation Monster Force?
How dare you, sir?
Big Bad Workshop. Not to
they
get
are
tangent, but they're killing it at San Diego.
I know.
Oh my God, Rocketeer Betty Page.
I'm in for the Rocketeer.
And
in fact,
Brindle?
I'm marking myself safe from buying the Action Force Rocketeer now, and I'm pivoting to
oh my God,
to Big Bad Workshop. So
I mean, they're just anyways, yeah.
I didn't know I needed a Betty Page in the Rocketeer outfit, but here we are.
I never thought of it. I have a Betty Page up there from the Loose Collector, and
I've
been
cool.
a Rocketeer.
Yeah. That was
fan.
a little pricey for me. I have the Diamond Select, and I have the Funko Rocketeer, which is actually very good as well.
I love that Funko. The arm broke off on him, but it's still a really great figure.
Yeah, that's a figure that got me back in as an adult. So
really.
Yeah.
I buy stuff I see as a great value, like Enoch. Then I trade those for things like exclusive. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with buying an extra of something that is going to be hot or that is currently hot and sell or trade it. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Bilge was a good example earlier this year. I just didn't get into Bilge. Maybe it's me. Look what you're getting for the money. Yeah,
I think Bilge looks better in person to me than some of the product shots. He was a little it was a little bit higher contrast to where the white was kind of a little more blown out and the red mouth was a little bit like overly red. But then when I saw pictures of it at a show, it was a lot more nuanced than that, and made me want to get a couple.
William, this is why you're one of my favorite people, man. I never have extras. I love each one like a friend. I love that. I wish I could just buy one. It's my collector thing, and some figures I do just have one. I'm looking around, I'm like, which ones do I have just one of? But like the figures that I truly love, the weirdo collector in me is like, I need to get another one. I need one more.
Well, you use the parts to make more friends, so
there you go. I need more friends for sure. Highest selling exclusive is made in smaller numbers than a standard release.
I mean, the standard release was a good value, honestly, still at $50 or whatever it was. 55 maybe.
Yeah. Absolutely. But so what are you guys' thoughts on Ashes? You guys are, I'm assuming, have Ashes in hand other than Curtis. You guys have a favorite in the wave that you've these are a couple of the pictures. I was really shocked by the golden skeleton. I initially passed on that. I do love skeletons, but not Brett loves skeletons. But I picked one of these up at Sarge's for my stepson. He wanted one, and there was one left on the shelf, and I was looking at it in the box, and I'm like, okay, this is a cool damn figure. And when I opened it, like, it was such a joy. Like, I really enjoyed posing it and looking at it and checking it out, and wasn't happy about changing the feet out. That was kind of a pain in the dick. but it was worth it when I had it all set up.
Was it just extra ankles that they give you, or
yeah, there was. I think
Okay.
there was issues with the
Yeah, I saw that
initial-
they were the wrong ones on the body,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure if you have to do the ankle swap with the fit. Yeah, I can see that.
It's tough because the bone feet they get when you heat them up, they get kind of rubbery.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of trying to pull, because you got to get pliers. You can't do it with your fingers. And so you're trying to pull the skeleton bone foot out of, and that ankle socket, it's a little tiny peg.
So one thing that I've done is I've used, once you heat the crap out of it, like in hot water or whatever, is wrap a piece of dental floss around the ball of the
okay,
ankle between the foot and the ball, and yank it like you're.
That's a good idea.
Good trick.
Yeah, definitely. And Shui, I knew I would love Shui. I'm one of the people that are, I'm team Shui. I think I've got 3 Shuis now. So if anyone has an all-in with the Shui, hit me up. I will trade you for something. And of course, Aziz's my girl, my favorite character from Mythics. But how about you guys? Is there, you guys have a favorite that you're really loving in that wave? Anyone?
I only have 2 so far.
Okay.
Figures from the wave. I the rest of mine's coming soon once I get it paid off.
Gotcha.
But I got Shui and the Frost Ogre, and I think they're both cool. The only thing I don't like. Oh, you said favorites. I love Shui.
Just impressions. What's your thoughts on it?
I think Shui is really cool. I like his character. I love that new head sculpt. It kind of reminds me of, I'm drawing a blank on his name, like
Samir.
No. The actor. He was on. He's in the Mandalorian. He's the one like TIE fighter
The
pilot.
X-wing. Oh yeah, I don't know his name.
He's
but I know
Uncle Iroh in the live action Avatar. His face,
Yeah.
and it's not just because he's Asian. It looks,
Of course.
to me, it looks like a slimmer version of him.
Yeah.
But I just think
I
I like
see that.
the idea of that character. And the Frost Ogre, I really like. The pauldrons, I have a hard time getting the pauldrons to stay in right. If I pick
I'm
them up,
probably gonna
they
open
just
mine
tumble
today.
out. Like I can't get them to port in right over that fur. But
I just wish they
I
had
think
different
the
feet.
colors on that and the repaints of those heads are cool.
Yeah.
Does he still have the big chunky evil armored feet?
Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like is those feet. They stand well, but those feet.
So
I'm
we've
like,
never gotten in all of the ogres like a pair of like bear orc like ogre style feet. That's never been a thing.
Was Archimedes?
There's bare
did
feet.
Archimedes? Yeah, I think
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I think I have one with bare feet. Somebody in the chat, but I like the bare feet better than those chunky
We know.
evil. Sorry, yeah. Or just give me some other options. Give me some sandals, something.
Yeah.
Oh no, my Shui broke. His
For-
chains on the book snapped. His dagger attached snapped too.
Oh,
Aside from that,
oh no, I guess they're not all. You probably can't. I mean, you could fix the chains with a little jump ring from Michaels or whatever.
yeah, I've got those rings. I use the hell out of those for attaching scabbards.
Oh,
to
and I've
belts.
definitely, if it's that curvy as a dagger, I've definitely snapped the peg off the back.
Oh
of that.
man, the little clip on the back, yeah. Because it just trying to bend it onto your belt.
Yeah.
So soft plastic over softer plastic. Sometimes it just doesn't work well.
Now, I
Paul.
ordered like.
Good morning, Chris.
I ordered 3, Kaipacha, because when he was announced, it was like, oh, it's black leather boots, it's a cape, it's all, it's all these like awesome things. And then as we got closer to ship date, I have to admit, like I wasn't as thrilled about it because obviously we've been, blessed with a lot of opportunities to get boots now. We've had that not Valak, but Bardrick torso a number of times with Armory experience and all that.
Right.
And so it kind of got to a point where it was like, I went heavy on this, but now I don't really covet these parts anymore. But then once I got it, it was like The black leather has a nice kind of dusty vibe to it, like the Walt Tour almost. So it's like it sets it apart from the more glossy, pristine leather from the Armory. And the brown, fabric arms and legs are obviously very, compatible with, a lot of different logos. I'm not a huge fan of the matchy, like, same color sleeves as pants, obviously easy to remedy that as well. But yeah, he didn't disappoint. I'm glad I got as many as I did. And the goblins were
basic
a lot
figure,
of fun.
but it's fun.
Yeah, the goblins were great too. I love all the new heads. The cape, the Pox's torso, and that like sort of oily, dark green kind of olive color looks really great. Yeah, I ended up kind of letting him go right out of the shipment just because I'm just the 2.0s. I don't. It's not that I don't like the scale or the size, but I don't have enough to like really make pop and swaps all that.
Yeah, I get that, but I think they're getting better. Like this, he's all cloth. I love the cloth arms and legs and those boots. Like I can't wait to get more 2.0 with like better feet or boot options.
I think that those legs and arms in a green for an Elf Ranger or something would be fantastic. I mean, in my opinion, a lot more suitable than the 1.0. That
it's exciting when we get more new parts and to use on older figures. Like I would love to take those knees and boots and give them to a Averona or another deserving female figure.
Well, on the Archer, the reinforcements Archer will give you the nice in black for Averona will look good too. So.
Bodvar has bare feet. Thank you, Curtis. We appreciate that. Thank you. Kai is still good for torso, only plays for black leather torso since Armory torso. Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that. And
I mean, Kai's about as hard to get as Armory torso at this point, probably. Yeah. Possibly more expensive. I didn't realize Silver Knight went up so much, honestly.
I found one at Sarge's the other last weekend, and I grabbed it just because I think I only had one or two left. But it's good for adding to your Blue Shield Knights if you got any. It's good to have some extra parts. But Jeremy just said the other day that there's going to be more opportunities to use those parts on Knights to come. So. And of course, I mean, Knights is also their bread and butter as well. So I could see them definitely.
David Williams posted a killer pop and swap yesterday. I think that was the Goblin Bear arms with the.
Yes, I saw that.
That looked really good.
Let me know, Chris. I'm with you on that trade. Let's go. Bring it with you, buddy. Yeah, that was sweet. And was it Kirby or was it David Williams was saying, because they had maybe a 3D produced chest and upper legs to complete a bare bodied. I think David Williams posted it, but saying like that was his biggest want, or maybe it was Kirby, but it was basically a goblin that had bare everything other than the lower torso. Yeah, for sure, Chris. I got you, buddy. Made 3 Knights out of 1 Blue Shield set using 2 Silver Knights as well last night, and that's a lot of fun. Just building your Knights however you want. I've got a stack of them. When I first started collecting Mythics, I was not a fan of the old classic fabric, hard plastic torso. I'm like, come on, man, give me some soft goods. But I really dig this now. I'm a fan of this. So
I'd like to get the RPG, the new one. Same colors, but blue with the gold ornamentation.
I will take all the Knights. I'm a sucker. What about you, Paul? Did you? What's your thoughts on Ashes?
I haven't opened that yet, but I do have the Blue Shield Soldier. I got Gold Skeleton. Obviously, I like that Kaipacha.
Yeah, good stuff. It's a fun wave.
Forward to.
It's a really fun wave. Do we need a lower goblin torso? Yeah, because I don't think there's any bear. Like the bear arms and legs was the first, I think, of that. So,
I mean, a Red Death body could technically be a goblin body, you know.
yeah.
But yeah,
Customizers will find a way. I know we're creeping up on the 10 o'clock, and I know, Jesse, you do have some prior engagements, so you're free to bounce. I just wanted to talk about a little bit of the San Diego, and then we can wrap it up too. So they had the 2 exclusives. I keep calling them exclusives. Cloud corrected me yesterday saying they are not exclusives. So no, they are not exclusives, but they're kind of timed exclusives, I guess you would say. That's just my
first to market.
First to market, yes.
Do you think this is going to be is this the instance where they break the curse and they are actually widely available afterwards? You know, not like the Valiant Knight quick sellout, not like the Paladin quick sellout. Like, is this the one that actually they ordered a significant overage for? I mean, they did say it's going to be at shows, and they did say it's going to be in a sale towards the end of the year, which usually means after Legion's Con, as I recall.
Thank you,
December, probably.
Yeah,
but
so these
are widely available for folks who want to get several
right.
of the Templar.
So these will be like touring figures in a way as well.
But there's only like one show left, right? I mean, according to Jesse. So,
and I think the in stock sale too is going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of. I think they said towards the end of the year. There's going to be a lot of.
It's only going to be fun if it's if it's not sold out in a minute.
That's the thing. Like the Barbarian last year, the legendary Barbarian, you know, it went on tour all year, and if you're within distance to go, you know, or a friend can grab you one, yes, you have one. You know, my buddy Benny had like 20 at ToyCon New Jersey just because they didn't want to put them back in a box and take them back, but. But so it sucks. The touring figure is great, but if you can't get to a show, it sucks because then you don't have access to that figure. So you're counting on the in-stock sale, and then it sells out in like 2 or 3 minutes. But
I bet they've got a lot of legendary warriors still. I think the head fiasco, I think probably left them with more stock than they expected to have probably by this point.
Yeah, I still see her quite often, and initially there was limits to buy, but I think it's been lifted. And I guess that's just them trying to predict what's going to be popular, because I mean they're making these decisions like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, I mean it definitely would have been as popular, I think, if it hadn't been for those 2 heads getting pulled out of the pack. I think that did detract from it. Nothing against the Horsemen for that, but I'm still curious, like what's going on with that other non-face paint.
I was just thinking about that this morning. I was looking at old.
Greg's in the chat. Just tell us, is there like a barrel of those those heads at the studio, or what?
I hope that they get released in something, or a heads pack or something like they did with the what was it called? The dogs something. The help me, Jesse.
Edge Hounders pack.
Thank you.
Nice.
Yes, thank you.
Pack.
You have to be on my show from now on, Jesse. That way you can help me. you and Cosmic Jeff are always like right there, so I appreciate that.
I mean, those look amazing. I love the Neve repainted head in that pack. I think I probably ordered 3 of those. But yeah, I want the you know which one, the lawsuit head.
Yes, the lawsuit head. I do too. It looks so good. It looks so good. So hopefully, yeah, Big Greg. Where are those at, man? Because I know I had asked, and they said that they were taking them out as they go to a show. So they didn't go through, the 5,000 or however many they ordered it. They do it per show, I guess, when they have time to take those out for the stock that goes. Pickle D says, I hope they have a Highland Warrior in stock.
I think that's why.
Be quick. Gotta be quick.
There were so few at Zolocon. I don't think they had the time to remove those heads.
Yeah.
Standard Highlands has not released yet. Is that right?
No.
Okay.
No, so there's going to be quite a few. At first, I'm like, what are they going to have in their in-stock sale? But since then, they've had quite a few figures that should be on the in-stock sale. But unfortunately, it's going to be before Legion's Con, I believe. So, or maybe it'll be after. I don't know, when do you guys think it will be?
I think when they say towards the end of the year, it's after Legion's Con. It's in December. Okay.
So that, I mean, there goes my Santa money for, you know, my wife will have to give her a rose and you know, a homemade dinner instead of taking her out and getting her a nice
gift. A necklace made out of dried macaroni noodles.
Yes, the macaroni. Yep, I'll do that this year for sure. You know, the gifts made at home are more special than jewelry and stuff like that.
There you go.
Nice
never
ashtray made out of clay.
Mind that box that is on the doorstep. I'll get that. That's just that's Amazon. That's my paper towels that I surprised you with. Don't worry about that, babe. In stock will be after Legion's Con, yeah, for sure. But I really like both of these figures. I will give my burnt bones to Brett, and I will make mine kind of a cursed armored Templar. I do like the skull plate though, but I just I have always wanted like a battle damaged knight. So this is a cool pickup, definitely.
I think that also gives us a sneak peek at what the dark faction soft goods tunics might look like as well, with the ragged edges and such. I think if we get a Necronominus tunic set, I think it's going to be ripped up like that.
Yeah, that's got to be a cool process to see, like them damaging them and ripping them and aging them.
It looks pretty tasteful. Like, it looks like they did a good realistic job on it too. Like it seems to be fairly consistent across the ones I've seen.
To do one is one thing, but to mass produce them
is
another thing. To make them look all similar.
They're like, hey, Fred, in the factory. Fred, you're a smoker, right? Yeah, come over here. This is your new.
Take a cigarette, burn the edges.
Just like, okay, you're good. Next, show up,
smell like a pack of cool.
Hey, Johnny, you're kind of a dirty. Your hands are always dirty. Here's this white.
Smudge them up a little bit.
Yeah, smudge them up. You got some tamale grease on your. Smudge that up a little bit and.
They're eating tamales in the factories?
I mean, I didn't want to get racist and say like, egg roll, just trying to go in the other direction of that. But
put some duck sauce on here.
Yeah, get some duck sauce.
Soy.
Some dark soy. Yeah, I love the weathered, beaten kind of, because I mean, it's great to see like a beautiful Sir Gideon with the gold armor and it's all like shiny and white but I want to see them like after they come back from the war, all beaten and dented up and blood, like at the end of Excalibur, where they're just covered in mud and their metal is all, dented in, and like I want to see that too,
Yep.
They won't do blood though, right? So they wouldn't bloody tunics.
I asked them, and they're like, "No, we're never going to do blood." So
I think they did too much of that with McFarlane. There was too much blood and stuff.
Yeah,
I like the Templar. I like that I wouldn't have to do that weathering to my own. I've done that to some stuff.
Have you?
Yeah, I did an undead horse for Therasis, and it was. I dyed it. I took it out in the parking lot and like scuffed it up in the macadam and then like smeared like frame putty on it to make it look dirty and greasy and stuff.
Nice use of the word macadam too. Macadam. I need to use that word more.
I mixed part Flogus, part Conibus.
Bishop. Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so it's got like the Flogus, like torso or like body, and then like some of the limbs, and then some bone legs and the bone head and everything.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I would like to see that. What's you guys' thoughts on this? I think it's cool. I love that mech suit. Orvar is one of my favorite figures recently. So I think this is cool. It was a good idea, I think. What's you guys' thoughts on this figure?
I don't like this. What do they call it? Alliance, not faction. Whatever they are in cosmics. I don't know. I don't like
Not
the
for you.
crusading space Templars. Make me very uncomfortable.
Is it because it's too similar to another toy line, or it's just not?
No. Like I don't like that. Like just as a concept, I feel like these guys are horrible people.
I see.
The idea of doing
figure
violence
looks. Yeah. I mean, real world Templars were too, but I mean,
yes, right.
the figure itself looks awesome. If I were to get this, it would be for parts.
Is that Dubon head? Is that a black hood, or is it like a very dark?
I think it's
gray?
a dark, maybe a charcoal. It matches the soft goods perfectly. It looks like. Wouldn't a Necronominus soft goods set be made up of the dead of other factions? I mean, that's a fair question.
Some of them would be.
We got Brick in the house. What's up, Brick? How are you, sir? Blood Angels Captain. Actually got a rooster head on it that I got from CarverCon. Need some bird feet for him. Hell yeah, dude.
Affiliation.
Thanks, Curtis.
Look at him reading and spelling.
They're probably not able to improve. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Do we think that they're able to improve the tolerance on that backpack piece, the plug, so that it doesn't fall out like it does on, or are we just stuck with the mold? Is that just how that works?
That's a valid question.
Well, they could update it. I know the skull with the flame effect that they did for the Undead Builder pack. They upgraded that by the time they did who was it, Headhunter for Zolocon. They because it didn't fit on the jaw properly, and they tweaked it to where because one of them it sits snug on the jaw, the other one's a little loose.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, I just took a little piece of blue tape and just wrapped it around the square peg, and now it fits perfect.
It is kind of annoying though when it falls out. It is a little bit annoying.
It was only annoying until I realized that all I needed to do was take a piece of tape to fix it, and I didn't have to put up with this over and over again. It was my fault at that point. But
yeah, and I guess that's why it's good. I guess when people do have.
Hey, Jesse.
You leaving?
I got to bug out. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. We're wrapping
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
Have a great day, Jesse.
We'll see you next
Bye,
time.
guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
All right, he's gone. Let's talk about him. Great dude. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate you, buddy. Once they identify the problem, they fix it. I was going to say, I think it's annoying to get those posts about, oh, my thing is not, but it does help because I know they do notice. Jeremy does, frequent the Cabal. So I think they do notice when there is issues with the construction or the engineering of the figure. So it's just a hard where they have to go back and fix something. They have to fix it quick enough to, or adjust it. But
I would think if they could fix anything, just adding a millimeter to a square block for
a little bit more tension.
That's probably one of the easier things that they can fix, probably. So
I know there's a lot of issues too with the bubble not staying on the older, like the Tusk things, and I don't know if they ever fixed that or not. Because I know a lot of people had issues getting the bubble to go onto the.
I could understand that as like a new collector or something, but I think once you're familiar with it, of how to sort of like squeeze it and push it on there, I haven't really.
There's like a sweet spot that it fits into almost.
Right, a sweet spot, if you will. But yeah, I think those are really cool exclusives. And then we also, and I don't really hear people talking about this figure very much. The Ringmaster. Hey, what's up, Uncarded? Welcome, Brick. Welcome, Uncarded. Good to see you guys. Thank you very much for being here. We're wrapping it up almost, but thank you guys for showing up. I think this figure is cool. I'm more the naked lizard guy more than I am the gi. I think the gi is cool. Like I would probably put it on another figure or something. But I just dig this the reptilian body. The head I've never been a fan of. Like I traded my buddy Omar for Vernalis, and I haven't opened it yet just because the snake head I need a different head for this. that snake head. It just doesn't. It seems small to me.
Well, it's the fact that it's flat
kind
on
of,
the back and then has
yeah,
that
it's kind of
that
yeah.
gap you're talking
So
about
he
by
needs
the
like
neck.
a scarf or something. I
I
don't
tend
know.
to favor the open mouth one because it just
right.
hides that a little bit.
Yeah, but what do you guys thoughts on this figure? Is it a get? Is it I'll pass? What's your thoughts?
Will he be available after the show?
Yeah, he
I thought they
should
said he
be.
would.
I think maybe in very limited quantities,
Yeah.
maybe they'll have taken some, but they're also quick to tell us that, like, I've heard not only from Jeremy but also Trevor that even this colorway is not out of the realm for when we get a full naked snake, so to speak.
And I'm sure we're going to see this body many more times. But I think there will be some available, probably maybe through the other company. The is it Icons? I forget the name of that company that kind of had them make this figure for them. I think they're selling it at their table.
Well, one of the things that stuck out to me was the price of this figure. He's priced at $45. I saw online.
Well,
pictures from the show.
Take a bite. I mean, I think the gi and the.
But they always say soft goods add to the price. That's a pretty decent price for a full soft goods character.
Yeah, I mean, we're trained now to accept $55, $60. I mean, I don't complain, Icon Heroes. Thank you very much. But yeah, 45 is a great deal for. I mean, if you think about it, these are all hand painted, handmade figures. So anyone that complains about the price of Mythics, it's like this stuff is artistry. I mean, there's people that are hand painting those eyes onto that head. So shut the hell up.
They always say that soft goods add so much to the price.
Yeah.
They're so expensive to produce, and then to be able to come out with a figure like this for 45 kind of struck me a little odd.
Thank you, Curtis. I'm always here for you too, buddy.
I don't know that I would ever. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to read this. Missed you on Double Jointed, but getting on a Saturday morning show. And now this show Sunday is a treat. Omar is pretty. Yes, he is. Omar is a great dude. And he's been doing great with Mark on Double Jointed. And he's a great co-host also on Legion Kings. So look for me and him also doing a separate show in addition to that. Thanks, Uncarded. I appreciate that. Sorry, go ahead, Rick. I apologize.
No, I was just gonna say I don't know that I would ever just display a figure like this on the shelf. Like I would always want to add stuff to it. So I don't getting the naked snake figure doesn't really do a ton for me necessarily. But certainly you throw a waist piece on them and some pauldrons, belts and whatnot. I can down with it.
Yeah, see, I really like the Ninian. I thought the Ninian was a really fun figure, but I don't know. I kind of like this bear as almost like an accent figure. Maybe a couple of them near like my Conan or something. It kind of gives it like I don't know, kind of.
It might just be this pose that's throwing me off. Like the musculature, like the proportions don't really suit the creature. I understand it has to be like compatible, but like I think once you pose that out with some open hands and crouching,
right. That's how I'm kind of seeing him as like.
Yeah, I think it's gonna hit a lot better that way.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. I don't think I have any other. Oh, I was just we had already talked about these guys. And how cool they are. That flaming skull, man. That just pushed me even more over the edge. Of really wanting this figure. And I think the bull stuff is cool, but it's not for me. Definitely going for the chonky Urzok Revenant, Revenant head or the flaming skull head. And that flail, come on, man. This figure is just metal. It's just
I think the black eyes on the human face is way creepier than the Revenant red eyes. I think they did a good job with that. We get the black, the dragon helmet topper, which is something we haven't seen in a while, which is always
that is a cool little extra piece. And I love too that they for the other set. Did I go past it? Yeah, I love that they gave us like the Lucretia head and the Grisha head. I think that's rad to get different painted versions of those guys.
Just getting 5 different heads in the one pack is pretty sweet.
Yeah, lots of good options. But yeah, just fun. Did they say they didn't say yet the retail cost of these? What do you guys think? 60, 70, 65?
55.
I think they're going to be 55 again.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh man, guys, not you guys. Guys in general, don't sleep on these sets because they will. I mean, they will go to retail as well, but they'll be missing some juicy bits.
I mean, if you look at, so with this guy, like you throw the female like leather torso on that body, you got the fabric arms, you got fabric boots with the legs with the archer and reinforcements that's coming. I mean, you don't have to use one of these ghost elf heads. You put literally any other head on it, you got a pretty badass like black leather and cloth rogue style female.
And figure. What's cool too is that this could also go with the nymph and the churl. Like he made it so that they can all be interchangeable, and he didn't reuse parts from those, and so they can all kind of accentuate each other or cross.
Right, it's all different parts that you can swap, make different looks, add different heads.
Yeah, I picked up another churl at CarverCon. It was just there, so I'm like, I can't say no. I mean, it's such a great figure, so.
I like that belt on the left there. That's I think that's the Dispatar belt.
Yes.
And that waist piece is really solid. They both work great on 1.0 figures as well.
And it looks like we've got more 2.0 legs into boots. That might be Manisha's.
Yeah, it looks like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a great set right there. I mean, the legs into boots are going to be really desired by people like me that are 2.0 fans. So yeah, that's going to be a multiple purchaser for me. Jeremy's just got me, man. He's just that
he knows exactly what to give you that you're going to buy multiples of.
He does, and I do love Camelot. I'm a big Arthurian guy. I don't think I brought slides for that now. So I need to get a couple of those too, just because I'm a big Arthur and Merlin fan. Per se, they are not exactly, and it's always subjective when it comes to legends and folk tales and stuff like that. Like, that's not my King Arthur, whatever. It is what it is. It's cool. It's another knight that I can, pop and swap and do different things with.
Out of curiosity, what is your what's missing from Arthur that you're?
I think the head is great. I thought the sword, it just seemed kind of plain to me. Like I want
something a little more fancy, a little more ornate.
Maybe, yeah. And I thought maybe Arthur's armor would be a little bit more flourishy, kind of a cross between Enoch, Gideon, and I don't know, just something that had a little bit more, because I think it's almost a basic like Silver Knight armor. I wish I had the slide. I didn't bring it, but it's a pretty basic build of the knight. I mean, the tabard and the soft goods are nice, but I don't know. It just seemed a little not pedestrian, but I don't know. I just feel like it could have been something a little bit more regal, I guess, would be my thought. What do you
want? Something
think?
More like a Sir Adalric, like more ornate pauldrons and stuff like that.
What do you see, Rick?
He's still got a fair amount of gold detailing on him.
Does he?
I mean, I like the armor. I mean, it's more like a slightly shot, like almost the way Valiant has some gold accents, but he's greasier and dirtier. This is like more of like a shinier,
like a clean. Yeah.
And which, I'll be honest, I like this better than the blue shield soldier. The blue shield soldier is a little bit too much gold for me.
I agree with you on that. I'm not super keen on the gold accents. I think
it has a lot of parts in the box that I turns out I'm not that excited about these days. And then the gold was just like, I don't know. There's probably several other knights that I like better than that at this point. So
I honestly, if I had to choose, I would say Elijah is probably my favorite.
Yeah, the darker.
Yeah, I just dig that kind of dark gray. I wish I'd have bought more of him. That's a great.
I tend to like a Dalric, but
Dalric's cool.
I don't like his torso, obviously, but it's a close enough match for me with Silver Knight or Otho. I guess maybe Otho is probably pretty close to the Arthur armor too.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think you're right. Yeah, I think I liked Merlin better than I liked Arthur. I'm a sucker for the wizards. Give me all the wizards. I love wizards. So,
I'm curious what the price point is on that, and if they I think they kind of hinted that they might have to push the price of the exclusive up just a little bit because of all the extra stuff, and maybe they wouldn't keep the retail price the same on Merlin because they're taking so much away at that point. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, that was like the Sir Valgard. Sir Valgard, you lost the legs, and I think the scally head, I believe. And
I really like this dark blue, like inky blue color that Merlin's.
I do too. The red and the blues and I feel like he's done that a few times with the reds and the blues. But I'm really curious about their thoughts on colors.
Blue and orange. That's what Eric likes. He likes
right.
blue and orange.
Right. Yeah. He's like, I'm not that predictable. You can't predict me. But it's like, we kind of, you've got a style, you've got a taste, and we
all roads lead back to Adam Power for Eric.
Right. The old power lords and all that stuff. But I agree on Arthur's armor, and that's not. I'm not putting it down. It's just I just saw it in a different way. This guy is like the king of all. King of England, and this mythical protector, and I don't know. I just pictured him to be a little bit more majestic.
On the one hand, if he was super over the top ornate, like for me, that also limits reusability amongst things. And
that's true.
Obviously, they wanted to pack in this other idea of having this alternate knight head to create this other character, and suddenly he doesn't work now if you use really over the top armor. So.
Right, I think that was a lot of it. It's the other knight that they have to turn it into was part of it.
What's the extra? Man, I wish I had a slide. I suck. What was the other pieces that comes with besides the head? Is there other pieces that come with that?
Yeah, the exclusive with like Arthur is the extra belt, which is just a reddish belt instead of a brown belt. The Otho helmet with the new faceplate to create the other knight, and then the shield, the old school style mythic shield with the print. I don't know, 3 people on it print or whatever it is, some sort of symbol of.
So not a lot for extra.
And I guess a secondary sword too, because you got Excalibur, but you've also got a regular blade with a red belt with a red scabbard. So assuming that's for that guy too.
I'll probably grab a couple of that figure. I dig knights, so I would definitely.
I do think the Merlin head is one of the best in the line, though.
Yes.
Not Merlin. I'm sorry, Merlin's great too, but
Arthur. Yeah, that is a great head for sure. I really see a lot of improvement. And once again, this is not detracting. I mean, Mythics is my favorite toy line, but I can definitely see improvements on the head sculpting with Mythics. I was looking at the you painted this beautiful Kaipacha orc head, but just that head, just the sculpt is really impressive. I was looking at it the other day and I'm like, damn, this is a beautiful, really great sculpt. But
painting in those eyes makes a huge difference. The one that you did, Rick.
Oh, did you see Rick's?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I think that adds so much to most of the new figures is the eyes.
Great work, Rick. Definitely.
I appreciate it.
Arthur head shield sword. Yeah. I'll get Merlin Arthur when they're released in 27. Yeah, I mean, there's no big. I mean, I like the bonus stuff for Merlin, I really like those wings and stuff. I don't know if I would put them on that figure, but it's got some cool bonus stuff that you can use for other builds and other figures and stuff. But yeah, you could probably be okay with not buying a bunch of these, as opposed to the other, because there's a lot of good stuff on those two, the Ghost Elf and the Draga Herd. I think you're getting better extras with those sets than you would with the Camelot.
I don't think we're going to hear prior to Legion's Con whether the retail Merlin is going to be cheaper, though. I don't think they're going to tell us that. I think they're going to wait until people buy what they want, because I'll be honest, like, I don't need all of it. Not that I don't like the evil creatures, I just don't necessarily need these parts.
Right, I don't need 3 of those.
Standard, but they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna.
Yeah, I will probably buy one of each, just because there's so much more to buy at Legion's Con. So I will make the hard decision of probably just getting one of each of those. But I'm planning on getting multiples of the Draga Herd and the Ghost Elf, just for all the good stuff that comes with those. Yeah. Well, guys, it's been an hour and 40, and I had a great time with you guys.
Goes by like that.
It does. It really does. I hope you guys had fun too. I hope you guys will come back if I or when I do another episode. Love to have you guys back sometime. And thank you to very, very much for the people that showed up this morning. Kind of unannounced, this show was. So thank you guys for being here with us. Ghost Elves and Herd are the price. Good show. Thanks, Curtis. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Also, I said at the beginning of the show, the Michigan meetup, the Kirby Con, is this coming weekend, August 1st, Saturday. If you're in the area, we would love to see you out there. We're going to have Dawkins going to be there, Corey Shortenshofer, Kirby, and a lot of great folks. Chris Johnson's going to be there. William Houston is going to be there. So please, if you can, come out and hang out with us. It's going to be a good time. So
take a lot of pictures, share them on the socials.
I will. You know me.
This way you can make everybody jealous that they couldn't make it. We get it.
Go live while you're there. We don't ever see anybody.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I could do that. That's a great idea. At maybe at Tardy's, I will go live, and maybe also at Bricks also. So
get Kirby in his rocking chair.
Yes, absolutely.
Like the Cracker Barrel guy.
Great surprise this Sunday morning. Yeah, it's been 2 months since I've done a live show, so it was great to ask some buddies to hop on with me and talk one of our favorite topics. Right, it's a good time. All right, my friends, we're wrapping it up. So thank you guys very much for being on, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you. Appreciate you guys
so much. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.